I'll delete the last one.
See the links on the top. Oh, I see it.
I'll delete the last one.
Damn, 39 subscribers. See the links on the top. See the link.
All right, I think we're good, right? I
Oh,
think we're
how's
like,
my mic, bro? Can you hear me fine?
you got your mic? Yeah, I can hear you fine.
It's clear and everything, like no background noise.
Did you put the right mic in there?
I wonder, let me see.
What do you guys use, by the way, for work? Is it Zoom or you guys use something else?
We use Zoom, but then also we have like internal tool, like company meetings. We use this thing called Workplace. It's like the internal Facebook. They have
Oh,
like every single everything is bro. Everything is built in house. Everything. Like there's I
so
don't
for
even use like
email, what do you guys use? Like for email, you guys use internal as
Outlook.
well?
No, no, we use Outlook.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, so you guys use Microsoft for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, for like those, because like we don't want to. There's also tools like outside of like the internal tools. Just when we have like system outages, no, we have to make sure we can communicate. So something that's like isolated from the internal tools if our systems go down. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
I can't hear you. Hold on, hold on. Oh no, I put the speaker on. Okay, wrong thing. Can you hear me? Is it
Yeah,
fine?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it is the mic. So all right, but let's do it.
Yeah, bro, it's actually like, bro, have you seen like, I mean, I know there's Zoom, there's like WebEx. I don't know who even owns WebEx. Is it Microsoft? Or no, Microsoft is Microsoft Teams.
Yeah,
And then
Microsoft 15.
there's like some people use Google Meets because they have like a Google account that comes with
Uh,
it.
yeah,
But
that's his
that,
own Cisco.
oh, it's owned by Cisco. Yeah,
Yeah.
some people use WebEx. I feel like it's like a boomer tool, bro.
Yeah, I know. I think like most corporations do use Microsoft tools like Teams and like just like the Outlook. I mean, I think it's Outlook, right? Microsoft is Outlook.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then like the whole their my the Office suites, that too. A lot of corporations do use that. Not that
Yeah.
much default. Not that many people default to Google for some reason. I guess Microsoft has better deals or better plans.
I mean, I mean, Google has like GChat and the Google Docs and Google Sheets and all that, but Microsoft has like Word and yeah, I'm not sure why like large companies like use Outlook. Maybe like also like Google I think built out like all their tools like way later versus Microsoft had like everything built out like from the past. Like it was known for like work, if you will, right?
I
So
actually use Outlook for my business as well, a studio business. And I don't know why. I just feel like Microsoft does provide more of a professional like templates to it, everything, where Google is more personalized and it's more like for the individual. I love Google's email suite,
okay.
Gmail suite, but I think Outlook has like a much better uh, platform for like businesses.
Like, what
And
do you use in Outlook that you wouldn't find in on the G Suite?
see, if I really think about it, bro, there isn't. Google, you could do everything, but Outlook just felt better for me. Like it came with like more of like a templates for businesses. Like like they when you like sign up, they treat you like a business. So you they help you set up your email signatures, like the way they divide their email sections. You could do the same thing with Google, but I think it's just like Microsoft has that market. I guess that's probably why we corporations
I mean,
go with that.
I use like what you call it for my work. We were using like Google Slides in the past, but then we needed like PowerPoint to build out like proposals and so on. So for that, Microsoft Office, what do you call PowerPoint? It works much better.
Why? Why is that? Doesn't Google Slides, Google Excel, like all their sheets, everything
So
synced?
number one, I use like some people from Fiverr to like build out some templates like for the proposals, and like the professional PowerPoint designers, if you will, they all use like Microsoft Office. Like there's more functionalities, etc., like that. So that's number one. Number two is like there's the design, like the AI design feature on PowerPoint. Like basically, you can just write whatever text, you give it a bullet point, and like you just go to the AI designer, it will give you like a really nice slide. So that's the other tool that's like helpful.
I thought Google's suites offer the exact same thing Microsoft's suites offers. So like we use the email for Outlook at our company, but then we use Google Sheets, slides, and Excel, like what's it called, all the Google tools in order to like have internal documents going around. Um, it's just an email tool. Usually, it's just by Outlook.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, bro, let's get into it, man. So whoever might be watching this, welcome to the show slash podcast. I think we're still figuring it out. My name is Jawad, here with my friend MD. We've been talking about doing a podcast for the last, actually, we talked about it last night. I solidified it. We're like, yo, let's just do this. So every Sunday, 2 p.m. I think the commitment is for 10 episodes, right, bro?
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
All right, let's do,
Take it
let's do.
episode by episode. I think that's the way our motto is right now. Just let's just wing it and see how it goes.
Yeah. And the thing is that, we're going back and forth on, hey, what's going to be the purpose of the show? What's going to be the format? What is it that we talk about? What is it that we don't talk about? We're like, yo, let's just let's just make that the first episode. Like we'll figure this out as we go. This is episode 0, if you will. And then once we figure it out, yeah, that could be the goal, bro. That's by the end of this episode, we figured out the name for the show. We figured out what's gonna be the format, what are we gonna talk about, the different ideas that we have. And like, let's talk about it, brainstorm it, and then we make some decisions on it by the end of this episode.
Yep, I like that. Let's. I think we should rename this episode. Call it the pilot. You
All
know,
right, the pilot. Okay, this is
that's
this
a
is the
fitting
pilot.
episode.
Okay, no name. If I said any name, no name. The pilot.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. So I guess in my mind, it's like I always thought about it as obviously like we have the experience of building a business, e-commerce, running ads, paying for traffic, and but we always like say that okay, hey, the best type of traffic is like organic traffic. Like if you built an audience, if there's a group of people that you connected with, it's so much easier to build a business. At the end of the day, like we're entrepreneurs, or we are hoping to be successful entrepreneurs in the future. And really, like it's like, hey, how does like us having a show podcast benefit us in that sense? So that was like my initial motivation. Like I don't want to make content for the sake of making content. Like I want to make sure that, hey, listen, there's a larger purpose and goal behind it. Also, I enjoy it. I think that's part of it as well. But yeah, what are your thoughts, bro? Why do this at all to begin with?
Uh, I think like everything you mentioned, but also like the other thing is like we're always launching businesses. We always have ideas that we kind of like just push out. And I've always wanted to document like the entire journey where we actually come up with the idea and actually go out there, launch the product, and make money out of it. From our experience, we actually like our first business we did together. We went from zero to $1 million within a year, a little bit over a year, but that's pretty impressive. Now imagine we actually like documented that the whole journey where we used to meet up in school, how we had our first initial meeting. We us six together, six of our friends, we came together. We bought that course for like over a couple of $1,000s, and then we kind of started an e-commerce brand. Imagine we actually recorded that. That could have been like a movie on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, I would really like to take this opportunity, like at the same time, like I would want to work with you again on like another business venture, but at the same time we work on recording this, and hopefully like if our business is successful, I think this could be like a very worthwhile watch for whoever's watching.
Yeah, yeah. I think recording, like, just recording the process. And I think like it's almost like this podcast became an excuse for us to spend more time with each other because, I'm in different stage of life. I moved out of New York City. MD still in New York. We don't get to chill as much, we catch up over the phone and things like that. But we're like, yo, let's do something that's like fun together. I think that's probably one of the reasons that we're doing this as well. The other thing I was gonna say is like when it comes to like launching, we go back and forth. It's like, okay, hey, what kind of business idea do we want to work on? Actively, we're not really working on anything like super aggressively. There's small ideas here and there, But there's like tech startup, there's e-commerce, there's a some kind of service-based consulting business. Uh, like there's different spaces that you can kind of tap into, and we're going back and forth on like even deciding, okay, what do we want to focus in on? Like what is it that we are passionate about, that we would have fun doing at the same time, like we have the skill set for, we have the like kind of the expertise for. And yeah, we're going back and forth on a few ideas. Um, so I think we can talk through that a little bit. But bro, I think going back to, okay, hey, how do you wanna do this podcast? Like, what's the purpose behind it? I think there's few purposes like that comes to my mind, right? Um, like bro, like if we do the e-commerce thing, it's kind of like, hey, so and so podcast brought to you by this wallet. I gave you the grid wallet idea yesterday. And my idea was like, yo, listen, as you build a viewership, and let's say you even like bring on different guests, and like the audience for that guest like comes to our podcast and learns about it, you get free eyeballs like into your product. So you give them an offer like right then and there, like for the podcast, like, hey, you get 20% off with this code from the podcast. Like basically you get organic sales in that way. The other thing is like it's like almost the people that are buying our product. Like, Gary Vee has like an interesting thing that he said. It's like, every company needs to think of themselves as a media company. Like if you sell art supplies, which is our first business, like it's almost like you got to have a media company around art supplies. Like on YouTube, we should have been like the top 10 channel when it comes to art supplies. Except that we're not artists, so we don't know anything about art supplies. But it's like you become an expert in the product that you're selling. You know.
Yeah, definitely. But I thought I mean, we still didn't agree on like what kind of product we want to launch. So it's maybe this journey, like we can go through it and then figure out what kind of business, and eventually, like our whatever we're doing here, podcast or stream, will mold into that. Like it will capture that audience. So yeah, like if you want to get into it, like we can go talk more about business. But I feel like we're diving too much into that topic. Yesterday was Saturday, by the way. I just changed a little bit topic. Did you watch the fight with Izzy?
Bro, I saw him get knocked out on YouTube.
You didn't watch the fight? Oh man, that was sad. That was heartbreaking, bro. I really wanted Izzy to get this win, but he was locked in. He was winning that first round, and then he just got knocked out. I honestly thought it was an early stoppage. Um,
I saw like I saw like the stats, like in the first round, I think Izzy had like 26 strikes and the other guy had like 15 strikes. So I think he just got caught, is basically what happened. You know.
yeah,
And when I saw it, what I thought about? Like, what Izzy said about Alex Pereira. It's like, yo, this guy sitting in a bar and saying that, I
so
ate this
sad.
guy one time. I was like, yo, that's basically Izzy right now, bro. He's like going in the decline, and Alex is like, going on the uprise. Yeah, who knows? He might lose next fight, bro. Magomed Ankalaev, Dagestani wrestler that has good striking.
I don't know about that. If Magomed does what he said he's going to do, if he's going to strike with Alex, I think he's going to sleep. But most likely he's going to have common sense and go for a takedown. Even then, like you saw that if you saw the Izzy fight, like Izzy the Frenchman, he was not able to take down Izzy at all. Like, Izzy had like really good takedown defense, and he just got caught with that punch. And then again, it was like an early stoppage. I felt like it was like the once he landed on the floor. He didn't even take a shot. He was just trying to get his base, and then the referee stopped the fight.
Who's the ref?
I was just trying to think like who the hell was the ref? Was it Mark Not So Guttard? I can't remember who it was, but it was I feel like it was a bad.
Was it Keith No Nonsense, All Nonsense Peterson?
That was Keith. Okay.
No, no, I'm saying, bro, that's what Dominic Cruz says, Like it's all
Oh,
nonsense. After he lost against Cejudo, it's like, yo,
oh,
this guy smell like alcohol and cigarettes, you know.
damn, bro. Yo, some people cannot accept defeat. Like I feel like Dominic Cruz is that type of person. There was excuse for that.
I think, bro, you remember, it's interesting though, right? You remember, like, after he lost to Cody Garbrandt, like he did the post-fight interview, and he was like so transparent about what happened. He's like, yeah, I losses are part of life. Like he took like ownership and accountability, you know. But then like towards the later part of his career, when he fought Cejudo, like he made like so many excuses. Bro, there's like a video. It shows like him getting like bro, things happen so fast inside like the octagon, especially for like the small dudes, like 135 pounds. Bro, Cejudo landed like literally like 15 punches, and like Dom had like no answer for it. It's just that it happened so fast, like on the moment. So no, I think it was a good stoppage. But yeah, it's interesting, like how this guy took accountability for the first fight, but the second fight he started giving like excuses.
He's retired now, right? Or is he still like fighting?
Yeah, he has a fight left in UFC Seattle. I think it's like 3 weeks from now. I think he's fighting Rob Font, if I'm not mistaken. Cejudo's
Oh,
actually in the main event for that fight. I think it's Cejudo versus Song Yadong.
oh, it's a fight night, not a pay-per-view.
Yeah. It's like a fight night. UFC going back to yeah.
Yeah, did you watch the? I didn't really watch the fight. I woke up and it was just like Izzy's fight starting, so I didn't get to watch the bullet fight. I
Oh, I
was
didn't
hoping.
watch anything. Yesterday my mom was here. So she was going back. She
Yeah,
was going back to New York City. So I didn't get to watch anything, to be honest.
I didn't get to watch the bullet fight, but I heard it was. I don't know if it was back and forth, but I heard some mixed reviews how that fight went. But honestly, I'm not feeling MVP, bro. I feel like he's a very touch butt fighter, yo. He just it looks like he's gonna like be that guy who delivers the fight, but I just feel like he tried to win by points too much. Uh,
So I know, like, he's kind of, the other guy, what's his name? Michel Pereira. You know what I'm
yeah,
talking about? The guy who does like
the
backflips inside the.
Capiora, yeah,
Yeah. So, like, I remember, like, in the beginning of his career, he was doing like all this flashy stuff, but then he actually got serious about like winning fights. And like, his coaches probably told him, it's like, yo, if you keep doing this, you're gonna lose fights, Like you do like a roundhouse kick or a flip. Like it looks cool on TV, but it's like it's not effective.
he
So
has
I
one
think.
roundhouse kick and does like three flips, backflips for no reason.
Yeah. So I think MVP is taking like a similar approach where he kind of realizes he's 37 years old. He kind of realizes that, like if I'm actually trying to build a win streak, get some good fights, and even maybe fight for the title, he can't be like, just doing, you know, like reckless stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I was surprised this fight was at 185. I thought they were both. Well, I thought MVP was 170 because he fought Gary at 170, right?
yeah. He fought one weight class up. So, yep. The other guy, he had a sick knockout in the last fight.
Who?
Um,
Oh,
you
yeah,
see
the
the
Shara Bullet. Yeah, we watched that live. It was during a pay-per-view, so I think he did a spinning back fist,
yeah. It's like
back
double
fist.
double back fist.
Yeah, you heard the story of Shara Bullet, bro?
No,
Like,
no. I know he has a blind eye, but I don't know
do you know how
what.
that happened?
No, no.
Yo, so this is hilarious because like a few years ago, I saw a meme of like two people. This is in Russia, right? So there was this two people in a mall. They're coming down an escalator, and this was like a guy and a girl, and they were publicly showing affections. I think they were like kissing or something. Can't remember what it was. And
Oh,
so some guy got real pissed. I thought this was hilarious. Some guy got real pissed and he started fighting the guy. Literally, like it was just back and forth. They were swinging at each other because he was publicly, kissing his girl. And so supposedly, and so I didn't know this was Shara Bullet. And one of my cousins pretty much tells me the story. I'm like, yo, I seen this somewhere in the past. Turns out this was Shara Bullet. And then so that guy, he got really petty, like, obviously like he got attacked, so he got his goons and they found out where Shara was and they kind of jumped him and they beat the living crap out of him. And that's how he lost his
no
eye.
way.
Yeah.
Wait, that's how he lost his eye?
Yeah, for some reason online it says it was from sparring, but that's like the actual story. Like, it was during like an attack.
Dang, that's crazy, bro. Yo, Dagestanis, bro, they're like Orthodox Muslims, bro.
Well, when I saw that video a few
I
years
remember,
ago,
I
I was
remember
like,
like
damn.
Khabib getting mad. Like I think there was like somebody like he's like a rapper. Like they were doing a concert or something, and he's like, "Yo, Dagestan is not for this," and like he like shut it down. So yeah.
Rapper? Was he a Russian rapper or like American rapper?
No, no, it was like I think it was a Russian rapper. Like he wanted to do like a show in Dagestan, I think. But is Dagestan like a secular country? I mean, it's under like a, I'm not sure how it works. Under it's like part of Russia, but then it's like a separate republic.
Yeah, I think I mean it's technically all part of Russia, but after the Soviet Union, the fall of Soviet Union, I think they got their own independence, but I think they're still very close to Russia. They call themselves Russians, so I think it's still probably like
So
somehow
it's
associated.
Dagestan part of Russia. Let's see. So it says Dagestan is officially the Republic of Dagestan. Uh, uh,
Why don't you share your screen?
doesn't say anything, bro. Let me see. I'm like just doing Wikipedia.
And you gotta forget about Wikipedia and just ask check Chat GPT.
Yeah, honestly, right? Hold on, let me pull up Chat GPT, bro.
Yeah, do you have hold up? You know how Joe Rogan has what's that guy named Jimmy or something that he calls out? We could just call out Chat GPT because I got this plugin that basically allows me to talk to
Yo,
Chat.
gave me yo Chat GPT. Hold up. Let's do Chat GPT, bro. Okay, I got Chat GPT pulled up. Um, Explain to me the history of Dagestan. Like, is this a separate country than Russia, or are they part of Russia? Like, does Russia have any control over them? Second question that comes to my mind is like, tell me about the laws inside Dagestan. Are they like secular laws? Are they religious laws? Tell me about that. Bro, do you use this voice note feature?
Yeah. So this is the one that's built in with Chat GPT, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I was using it. I do use it, but I had this other extension, like those third party extensions before they released this feature. So I've been using it. But it's funny how you use ChatGPT, the voice feature, and versus how I use it. But when I talk to ChatGPT, I just put random words together. Like it's not even English. It's like word here, word there, and then I let ChatGPT deal with it. I'm actually training the model. Like it really, put my random words together and make a sentence and figure out what I'm trying to say.
Do you text or like you do like the voice note
I
feature?
use the voice notification thing.
Okay, like similar to what I just did right now, or you do like a third party
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I do the exact same thing, but with the way I give it prompts, I just like how like a third grader or like
Okay, do a prompt. Do a prompt. Okay, for the exact same thing. Okay.
Okay, all right, let me show you what I would do.
No, no, just do it on mine. I think it
Oh,
should
okay,
work.
okay. I can you hear me? Okay. Is Dagestan part of Russia? Yes, no. What's their history?
I don't know if it actually registered. Let me see. Oh, there you go. Okay, so it's basically all right. Let's do both. Okay. All right. Let's see what they said. So Dagestan. Damn, they went back to like the sixth and ninth century. That's crazy.
Okay.
Oh
This was prime Russia at that time.
my God. Uh, okay, so it was a battleground between Persian Empire and Ottoman Empire, and then Russia came over.
Within the Russian Federation.
Okay, is a republic within the Russian Federation. Is not a separate country, but has some autonomy in local governance. Russia maintains full political military control over Dagestan. Okay, so Moscow appoints the regional leader. I see. So it's still under Russia. It's not like okay, they're an independent country.
Mm,
So so Islamic law influences social norms, but there's no like actual rulings there. So my man tried to go implement Sharia law by beating up dude while they're in public affection, bro.
yeah, I think they do the same thing. How like third world countries. How like in Bangladesh, for example, like the villages they run themselves. There isn't really any authority there beside like the elders. So I think they have like some similar structure of governance over there.
Yeah. Uh. Anyways, this okay. So um, Anyways, what were we talking about, bro? Okay, you want to continue talking about UFC? Anything else you want to talk about for UFC? What's the next pay-per-view?
Yo, what's
Duplessis.
up with your boy Islam, bro? Islam versus what's his name? Armin. I really wanted to
Bro,
see that.
what do you think happened in that fight? I'm
I think Armin backed out. I don't know. I don't believe even Dana. I think Dana knows what happened. That's why he's being very like, like cold to Armin. He's like, nah, you ain't getting no more shot. You have to work your back up. I think something happened.
look, I think
Backed
what
out.
happened, I'm thinking what happened is that maybe like uh I think he did injure his back. Maybe he had like a back spasm or something like that, and that made the weight cutting hard, and he couldn't cut weight. And as a result, and if you can't make 155, like you're not fighting for the title. Like if he like, makes like
Mm,
157, like 158, he's not eligible to win for the title. And the
I don't
second, look,
think.
it's his second fight against Islam. So if he loses, he's not getting another title shot.
Yeah, I think he could have made weight, but I think the problem was he wasn't in perfect condition, and
Bro, did you
he
see that pictures, bro?
which picture?
Did you see the picture of this guy?
How ripped he is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah, but I
like
believe,
jacked.
and you really believe he pulled his back in? Come on, bro, he's so flexible. You see the stuff that he does on the
Yeah.
mat. There's no way he pulled his back, bro. I think he just wasn't feeling it, and he's like, "Yo, I'd rather fight him," because like he said
The cold
himself,
heat.
he's a rich guy. Supposedly, he comes from a rich family or whatnot, so he doesn't really need to beat Islam. He wants to beat Islam, and he wants to be in perfect condition when he fights him. Isn't he? Yeah, like you said, it's two fights, and he can't afford to lose, so that's why he backed out. The work is,
He's like cold feet, bro. He's like, yo, I don't think I'm actually up to the task. I need more preparation.
Who do you think is next for that 155 belt, bro? I really hope Islam versus Oliveira happens again. Oliveira did
So,
that.
so look, this is like, okay, so I'll give you a few different storylines, okay? Uh, I mean, Ilya could get the next shot, but I think Ilya's fighting Volk. I mean, one storyline is like, hey, listen, Ilya comes up. I think Ilya is like number three pound for pound fighter right now. Like, dude knocked out Volkanovski, knocked out Max Holloway, like crazy, bro. So that's one storyline that could take place. Like Ilya goes up, and then I mean, if he beats Islam, then it's like a completely different, storyline. Like Islam is most likely gonna get the rematch. Um, so or if Islam beats him, it doesn't really serve Islam because it's like, you keep beating featherweights. Like he beat Volk twice, and now he's beating
Exactly.
like, Ilya. So that's one storyline. The other storyline, like, I mean, the good storyline for Islam would have been like, him going up to 170 and getting the second belt. But it's like, Bilal is, he doesn't want to fight Bilal. He doesn't want to fight Shafkat either, you know? Yeah, by the way, I found out like, what Shafkat, all these names, like Dagestani names, they're like Arabic names. It's just like they have like a Russian spin to it. I think like Shafkat is like Shafayat or like I forgot what it is, but it's like a Bengali name, I
Yeah,
get
he looks like though. He's not
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I found out like interesting history about that region. Like I have a friend of mine over here. He's from he's like a Uyghur Muslim, like if you're familiar.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
based from like East Turkmenistan, I think, as they call it. Like it's
yeah.
basically the region that's like occupied by China. China claims like, it's part of their land. But it's like the Central Asia basically a region, like you have like, Dagestan, you have East Turkmenistan, you have Chechnya, you have Uzbekistan, like all these different, like, they're like, I think the ethnicity is like Turkic, how he explained it to me. And like the other thing that I recently found out, Imam Bukhari.
Yeah.
So he's like, because Imam Bukhari, he has the second most, um, you know, authoritative book in like, Islamic history, and he's from Uzbekistan, like he's from that region.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you
I mean,
think like,
the modern day Uzbekistan, but we're talking about the time he lived was like thousands of years ago, right? At least 1,000.
Yes. I think it was like what, 800, I think after Christ, so yeah, like I think he's like he's like the sixth generation after the prophet, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, it's like interesting, like, like we like pigeonhole like, Muslims as like Arabs, but like, bro, there's like so many different flavors and ethnicities. Like African Muslims to like Central Asian Muslims to Desi Muslims to Arab Muslims.
Yeah.
It's like so many
Recently,
different.
I learned Chinese Muslims is a big thing, especially the geographical region around Middle East. One of my coworkers is actually from that region, and he mentioned how like there's so many Muslims over there and mosques. They're like many mosques, and he's very familiar with the Islamic culture just because we're his region where he's from.
Let's do this, okay, real quick. Okay, look, top 10 ethnicity of Muslims from Bengalis, Indians, Pakis, Arabs, uh, different parts of Africa. Give me the top 10. Take a look at this, bro. Number one is Arabs. Oh, okay. So is the largest ethnic group. Okay, number two is
I didn't think there was that many Arabs. Aha!
oh, number two and number three is pretty much the same group. I mean, there's basically India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Oh yeah, Indonesia is huge.
Javanese. I didn't know Indonesians are called Javanese.
Okay, makes sense. Let's do this. Top 10 Muslim countries by population. I like butchered the name at the spelling over here.
Yeah, that's why we got ChatGPT.
So Indonesia is 278. Pakistan is 240 million. But I'd love to visit Indonesia, bro.
That's the biggest Muslim state, right?
Yeah. Can you believe India is 210 million?
And there's still non-Muslim majority. That's insane.
Yeah. This is like a surprising thing. Like people don't expect this. Like Nigeria, bro. Nigeria has 220 million Muslims. Or no, I'm sorry, 210 million. Like 50% of Nigeria is Muslim.
Yeah, so talking, you just mentioned India, bro. I tried getting my visa to travel to India for me and my dad, like a couple of months ago, and India is very strict against like their Muslim population. If you're a Muslim and you leave the country, right, they don't let you back in. Did you know that?
Oh, way. Are
Yeah,
you serious?
yeah, like they kind of like if you become like a citizen of like another country, like they're like, yo, you by yourself, bro. And it's
I know with Modi, he has kind of like a extremist Hindu government right now. So, bro, alhamdulillah, man. Every time, I think about like the rest of the world, I feel like so blessed to be living in America. Like you don't got to worry about, things that, rest of the world has to worry about. Alhamdulillah, uh, blessed to be in America, bro.
well, it depends who you ask, to be honest. Some people, all they do is complain. They always find a negative in everything. Yeah, oh, this is the kafir land.
I mean, dude, okay, what's a Muslim land? Okay, there's no land that's like quote unquote Muslim in that sense. Like even Bangladesh, Pakistan, like let's say we go back to like whatever country like we came from. I mean, they're not yes, like majority of people in the country is like Muslim.
No, I mean, I'm talking about people's mindset. Usually, like even if like you said, like, oh, this is you're so grateful to be here, land of free, and but some people will find it like, oh man, I feel so bad being in this country. It's a land of sins and this and that. But it depends where it's your perspective, and if you really don't like that area you're from, America is huge. You could go to a different city, different state. It's a whole different vibe.
I mean,
Um,
bro, I think
just
it's
to
because,
accept.
like some people are just complainers, regardless of where you put them, whether you put them in in the US, in California, or New York, or in
Find a
Chicago,
reason, bro. They find a reason.
or
You
or
can't make it.
exactly, they'll
You
find
can't make
something.
them happy.
That episode of The Office by the Creed is like, yo, I already won the lottery, baby. I was the Faye. You know? So,
That was a legendary character. Creed was a legend.
yeah. Um, okay, bro, you wanna go back to the podcast? Okay, let's figure out. Okay, like
Let's get into it, bro. I think the main thing is like, before we started this podcast slash show, we said we're gonna try to like make a show where we document our journey to make a product and launch that product and go from 0 to 1 million within a year. Do you still want to? Are you up for that challenge, or do you think that's going to take too much
So
time to get?
here's what comes to my mind. Like, when you say that, um, bro, even today I was like scrambling to come to this episode today, bro.
Yeah, I
Like,
was in the shower thinking the same thing. Bro.
like I think, bro, you got a lot in your plate. I got a lot in my plate. We're like, okay, hey, how much time? But at the same time, okay, you can always squeeze out time. It's like, yo, let's build something, even though it's gonna take a long time. Like, it's like, yo, just build some, like, focus on something and just stick to it long term. Even if you're putting in like a little bit of time every week, like it's gonna build up to something, you know? Like just stick to it, for a long enough time and it's gonna build up to something. So that was my thought process. Um, I
Do you
mean, so
think
for,
a 1 year timeline is too much? Maybe like we just have the same goal but not put a timeline to it.
so Okay, bro, let's go back to okay. So you wanna just go back to like I think we gotta pick a business idea. I mean, or sometimes, bro, even like people's podcast becomes a business itself.
Uh-huh.
Like if you build up like Joe Rogan's podcast, what exactly is the business? There's no business. His podcast is the business. Like, people pay him millions of dollars just to advertise A1G, you know? Um,
A1G.
A1G is like yo, Joe Rogan's podcast, if you listen to it on Spotify, I feel like it has a lot more ads. Like whenever I would listen to it like on YouTube, like I don't get as much ads. Or maybe like
I
that's
thought he
my
was back on YouTube full time now. I didn't know he was still on Spotify. I guess he
he
just subscribes and puts
so
it there as well.
A1G, like it's a sponsor for Joe Rogan's podcast. It's like a powder thing that you mix and you eat in the morning. There's like 50 plus nutrients and all that. So look, one thing is like, yo, if you have like a show that's like big enough, like I remember there was a show called Entrepreneurs on Fire. Like the dude was making like 200K per month just basically bringing on guests and like doing sponsorship deals. Like that becomes your business itself. Like Ariel Helwani show or like Thomas show, like in the MMA space. Like you basically become a media company, right? So like you have an audience and people just pay you for that. Um, and the other thing is, bro, like I feel like me and you, we're more like the builders behind the scenes. Like we're not really like, we don't teach people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like unlike like Hassan or like Rami, like these guys, like
I,
they're more like giving like lectures or like hey, listen, I have some kind of knowledge to depart to you. I think
yeah,
for
I agree
we're
with
more
that.
like behind the scenes.
I
So
agree with you totally. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's why I wanted to keep this as organic as possible because end of the day, like, if we focus on building a business, this show can be like, the side thing we do, but ultimately, like, we're building both together. That content, like, a lot of people build businesses and then they go out there, oh, I'm gonna show you how to build a business. And, the main business becomes showing people how to build a business. But I think for us, we can stick to building the business. And this will be on our side gig where like, we get to build an audience, build a community, and be organic. Like, I mean, if you look at the modern people that like, the modern celebrities, like Kai Cenat, Joe Rogan. I mean, Joe Rogan is pretty much A class now, right? A-list celebrity, like everybody in the world knows him. But like the other, like like up and coming streamers and stuff, like they just be organic, and they're playing video games, talking to random people, doing some random stupid things, and people like that. People like watching just organic content. They don't want to be pushed 24/7. They don't want to be pushed, like some marketing gimmick down their throat. So I think let's just stay organic and actually focus on building a product. And then on the side, we'll always have this stream going on for those who care. And I'm sure there's a lot of people in the world who wants to know how to build a business, go from 0 to 1 million. And this can be that content, that media that they watch in order to get inspired and see that's possible. Because we're like, we're average Joes, but we started a business in college. We had no experience at all, and we went from 0 to 1 million. Imagine what people can do just from watching that and being inspired by that. Also, um, you know, um, people like sorry, I'm blanking on the guy's name.
describe him. Ask ChatGPT, bro.
Let me pull up ChatGPT real quick. So it's a completely different topic. Going back to AG1, it just seems like the what's that energy drink that we I forgot I take it in the morning sometime when I'm fasting when I do like a 3 day water fast I take it just to it helps me focus. What's it called? BCAA? No, it's um anyways, we'll come back to that. That's just
What about
my
our energy? I don't think that's what you're talking about.
my ADHD is kicking in, bro. Let's get back to the topic. I have to, over here. I have multiple monitors here, so I'm like on a different topic, like on the other
No,
screen.
it's all good.
But going back to it, yeah, like just let's just try to stay natural and like focus on building a business. And if it does help people, that's great. Um, End of the day, like we'll just be ourselves on this stream and then see where it goes. That's why when you send me some how you want to do the introduction for the show, I don't even like the word host because I'm like so turned off to the idea of podcast, bro. I don't watch podcast, listen to podcast anymore. Because usually it's like somebody has they're selling something. It's never like just generic content. You could do Joe Rogan, but again, Joe Rogan's been so like I think he had like the best. Sometimes once in a while he gets like really good guests, but most of the time it's just like some random guy like I don't really give a shit about. But if you watch people like Kai Cenat and I don't really watch I Show Speed and the other guy, what's his name, the the guy who smells Andrew Tate's seat.
Oh, Aiden Ross.
Aiden Ross, right? No, but like they do, like they try to keep their content. I mean, Aiden's like lately has changed his content to be more like like, I guess since he got like that kick deal, he's like trying to like maneuver a lot of stuff. But like I think I Show Speed and Kai Cenat, they try to stay natural and just like just be themselves on the stream, and that's what gets them a
So I
lot of.
never, I never, I never watch. I mean, I saw like clips of them, right? Like I show Speed and like Kai Cenat like on YouTube and Shorts and everywhere else. But like, what's their streams about? Like
I
about
don't really watch them, but I think Kai Cenat is literally gonna be that guy, bro. I think he's gonna be big as Joe Rogan very soon. Everybody that wants to get like, especially in pop culture, anybody that wants to like push their album, product, whatever it is, they go to Kai Cenat's stream and they just literally
oh,
like just be
this guy's
themselves.
23 years old, bro.
Bro, he's from the Bronx, bro. Dude, he's from the Bronx. Like he like, bro, like
Yo,
he's
let's show up
a
to his
regular
house,
kid,
bro.
huh?
Show up to his house.
Yeah, yeah, but no, I mean, now he's bro. The dude's like, well, on that level. He's performing at that
Yo,
level.
guess how old Speed is. Guess how old Speed is. Speed.
22, 23.
He's 20, bro.
Oh,
It's crazy.
well,
These guys are
but,
like so young.
yeah, in pop culture, bro, like any artist that wants to release an album usually goes to Kai Cenat's channel and they don't do anything. They just sit on stream and they just talk to the chat. And they do some stupid shit. That's what entertains everybody. But like they just chat with their chat and then just be themselves. They have like 24 hour for like 48 hour sleepovers. Like it's pretty hilarious. I don't really watch them, but I watch clips of them, and they do make me laugh. And 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 so funny thing, how like when Donald Trump went to Aiden Ross and then Joe
Yeah.
Rogan, like and then like that kind of like he captured a big segment of the youth, and then the Democrats tried to do the same thing with Kai Cenat because Kai Cenat was the biggest one out of them all of them, right? And Kai Cenat was just being honest, like, bro, stop. They were blowing his phone up, right? They're like, yo, we need you to do a stream with that. Do a stream with that. And Kai Cenat's like, yo, stop calling my phone. I don't know shit about politics. Like, why would you want, like, and he was just being honest. And people loved him for that. Like, just staying natural and, like, just making
Like,
content
it's
like,
like organic,
yeah,
just keep it like, organic. Yeah. Um,
trying to brand. People are tired of bro. People are tired of ads, bro. Like ads is everywhere. I don't know if about you, but I think I told you this in the past. Like I don't have ad blocker on because like I just look at ads just get ideas on how to like what people are doing, how people like marketing these days. And bro, ads are out of control, especially YouTube, bro. They have like 20 ads. Just you're watching an ad, and in between that ad is content. That's what it is, bro. Like ads, and people are tired of that. So I think like if we like stay away from that and just be organic, and like at the end of the day, we're gonna be like the way we're making money out of this is building a business ourselves. We're gonna go from 0 to 1 million. We'll make money out of that, and let's not try to monetize this. And obviously, if it does go big enough, inshallah, we'll get brand deals and whatnot. But let's just focus on building a product and just using this as just a place where we just chat and be all organic. And we have phone calls all the time. I'm always talking to you on the phone, bro. I never get to see your face, bro. Over here, I get to see you straight up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are
Okay,
you
so
wearing a suit, bro? Is that a suit shirt?
huh?
Is that a suit? Like, it looks like you're wearing a suit, like a a actual dress suit.
Nah, bro, yo, I'm like always wearing t-shirts, right? Like, pretty much all the time. So I'm trying to get into the habit of like wearing shirts, but like I'm trying to make it easy for myself. So I bought like a whole bunch of these like shirts from Kohl's and like, it's just like, yo, whenever bro, I wore this for the podcast, bro, or whatever you want to call this for the stream.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Did you stop? I remember at one point you're like, "Yo, screw it. I'm tired of dressing up. I'm just gonna wear the same color shirt every single day." Do you still do that, or you kind of like
So
the wife made you
I
build
literally
your
have like
closet up?
I literally do have it, but my wife didn't like it. So because of my wife, I changed it.
Yeah,
But
I'm trying to get into that, to be honest. That's why I bought Mad. I like plain t-shirts and just plain sweaters. Like, that's just because, bro, I want to get into that mindset of like, like I don't care what
like, yo,
people.
listen, you shouldn't like take more than, few minutes to dress up. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't like, put like your brain power towards that. Like
Bro,
have your brain power towards
I bought like 100 of these Hanes white t-shirts. Like
it.
all I do is just open my drawer and just put it on. Once one gets dirty, I take it off and just put another one on.
That's
That's my
it.
life these days, bro.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, when you got a partner, sometimes you gotta, dress up a little bit, but yeah, like, for regular days, yeah, make easy.
Oh, bro, I think talking about partners, you know, yeah, Bobby says she's watching the stream, so
Oh, for real?
I hope she listens to this conversation and let me be me, yo. White tees and flip flops.
That's what's up. Wait, did you share it with her?
Yeah, she says yeah. I mean, bro, she's great, yo. She's always supporting. She's very excited to watch this. So I was like, all right, go ahead. I was a little shy. I didn't want to share it with her because we
Okay,
talk about random stuff. But I was like, whatever. Let me just share it because I know she'll love it.
all right, all right. Okay, bro, listen. So going back to, look, I think very clear outcome that we need by the time we end this. Let's figure out, hey, what exactly, like, the five W's, hey, what, why, who, when, where. Like, let's figure those out. Let's answer those questions, you know? Um, so so okay, so the way that you put it is that, yo, let's build a business, but let's make this the way to kind of showcase, what we're doing for that business. In my mind, I guess, bro, I keep getting scared about like, the time commitment piece of it. I'm like, yo, listen, I already got so much on my plate. How am I gonna make time for like a
Same here.
business?
Same
So,
here. That's why like we shouldn't make this a priority. Like the show itself. Like I think like people will organically watch this and the audience will grow organically. But again, like I think like the business itself should be like our primary focus. And like we built a business before where we know it takes time for certain administration or logistics to get done. I think like we'll have to put time together for that. And when we are working, like obviously in order to build a business, you need to put time to it. We can always just hop on the stream and just chat and give updates and like figure out plans and strategize on the chat and also just like keep up get an update on our lives and what's going on, what we're dealing with and stuff like that on the chat. But other than that, like I think we just got to figure out what kind of business we're gonna build. And then I think after that, let's just take it one step at a time, bro. Let's just figure out what kind of business we want to build. And like you said, we'll squeeze out time. If something is, worth it, we'll figure out how to we'll make time for it. Um, it's not, I don't expect you to go like full time into this 20, 30 hours, 40 hours a week. No, I think that's impossible for both of us, but we could do 2, 3 hours a day, 2, 3 hours a week, and find even more hours if we need.
okay, what business, bro?
I think, I
Bro,
told
we
you,
keep going back and forth
we,
on this. I feel like we just got to make a decision and move forward.
yeah, I really think we should do the distressed real estates leads with the brokers. I think that's something we can really work on, and it's not going to take too much effort. We could also build a brand, but again, like we don't have. We could. Well, let's just roll the dice, see how far we can go with the agency stuff. because that one we could end it shorter. We could do it for 2 3 months, and if we don't see progress, we can cancel that and then shift to the building the e-commerce brand, which we can do. But it does take a lot more effort, and it takes a lot longer to get results. But with the agency stuff, we can go, get up and running very quickly. And skills wise, we already know what we're gonna do. I think you're a great salesperson, and you can work, build a rapport with the clients, and I can go ahead and take care of the technical side.
Like,
I really
so,
think we should focus on that because I think it's going to be a lot less effort and a lot less resources needed from our part.
so the thing that comes to my mind is, I mean, look, if the decision was up to me, like, okay, hey, listen, we needed to, like, what's like coming in the top of my mind the most is like, yo, set up a Shopify store, like, a drop shipping thing, and like, the one thing that we're committing to is like this weekly podcast, and like this is the thing that's going to be one of the driving marketing vehicles, like, for the store. You know what I mean? That's how I'm kind of thinking about it. And also, like, I'm thinking about, like, yo, listen, bring on different guests and like utilize their audience. Like, for example, like, I got a couple people in mind, like, they're micro influencers, if you will. They got a following of like 500 people, 1,000 people, and just kind of like through their influence, get eyeballs into like the product that we're and the brand that we're trying to build. So more like I told you about like grid wallet yesterday. I looked up like
You, you,
few.
you seem very committed to this idea. Do you have a supplier lined up by any chance, or you just you still haven't looked into that?
So I mean, bro, just this morning I was on Alibaba and I was looking up like different products. I got a few other products that I looked up. I was like, yo, something that's like, that we would use ourselves, and that we'd be proud of, like, kind of selling.
Are you
Um,
so? Do you want to do drop shipping, or are you talking about private labeling?
I mean, the drop shipping is like the easier thing to set up, right? It's just like, okay, yo, like you just set up a store. Every episode is brought by Grid Wallet, for example. I know I keep saying the wallet thing, but it's just the thing that's stuck in my head right
Yeah,
now.
we could use that as
Uh,
a silhouette.
but the idea was like, yo, listen, like, just build the show. Like, basically, the show is sponsored by the business that we're building. And like every guest that you bring in, like all the eyeballs, like, they see like every episode, like, it's kind of like pushing, for that product. So that's the kind of the approach, that came to my mind.
So I told you I've done a lot of drop shipping uh, businesses. I just set up overnight and get it out there. But the biggest problem with that is the shipping speed. We can get clicks, we can get add to carts, but the shipping speed is the thing that breaks the sale from happening. Um, that's been my only
Like what,
problem.
3 weeks?
Yeah, bro, people are too freaking spoiled. Okay, they want overnight. They want 2 day shipping. They cannot wait. Even if I set it to like 5 days shipping, it's a deal breaker, bro. They want ASAP. Uh, so that's like the biggest issue with drop shipping. But if we have a product, like a unique product, the Grid Wallet, and in different variations, I wouldn't mind launching it because that's like overnight we can launch that. But the problem is what kind of product and who the supplier will be. We could also do uh, with DHgate, buy a certain amount of unit and leave it in our uh, garage or send it to some shippers, right? And
Okay,
from
okay. Yeah,
there,
yeah.
from there, like we could do faster shipping or even ship it off ourselves in the beginning to see if it gains traction. But we do have to find a product. We could probably buy like 100 units and see if we can move it just through our e-commerce site. It wouldn't
Yeah.
be shipping at
I
that
mean,
point. It'd
yeah.
be more
So
private label.
look, I think the long-term thing that we want to set up is like, yo, like what we basically have going on with like digital paintbrush. It's like, yo, I mean, bro, I don't know how things can get better than digital paintbrush, It's like, yo, you have a winning product and you're just running ads on it and it's consistently bringing you sales. You know
We're
what I
gonna
mean?
are we agreed to expose our previous brand that's performing well?
Yeah. I mean, bro, remember like, do I remember a story like my uncle asked me one time, it's like, okay, what's the brand? What's the product that you're selling? And remember, like, back in the days, it was like, you're not supposed to share like, what product it is. I mean, right now it's like, Amazon and e-commerce has been around like for so long. I don't think people really care. But yeah, I remember telling him like it's like yeah, I can't share it, like part of the business strategy is like you gotta find the winning product. I don't want to share my winning product with you.
What do you say?
And then he's like, okay. He was like, okay, he didn't understand the concept, but he's a cool guy, bro. Actually, bro, so this uncle, he actually literally quit his job to build his own business. Like he had like a corporate leadership position. I'm sure he was making good money. So the like he has a fintech business, financial technology business. It's like in like quant trading. Um,
I
so
guess
it's like some kind of product like in that space. He's been building it like for the last however many. It's like an AI product. So yeah, he
how's that
like
going
quit.
for him?
Bro, he is, but like putting into context, dude is inspirational, bro. He's in his 50s, like he's like early 50s, and he quit his job to focus on this product full time. Like, yo,
Getting
which
traction from it or?
which 50-year-old like Daisy dude like quits their job to build a tech startup?
Yeah, but is it getting any traction? How long has he been working on it? Because I'm very curious. We might have to have some chow with this uncle, bro. What's
Bro,
up?
I think you went to his house, remember? You went to
Is it by 199? I mean,
no, 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 Connecticut. We went to Connecticut one time. Were you there?
Delaware.
Yeah, yeah, you went to Delaware. Oh, yeah, yeah. There you go, bro. You even stayed in his apartment.
Oh
Remember?
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you said he's a computer science. He had like a master's degree in computer science or something.
He has a PhD in computer
Yeah,
science.
yeah, golly. Bro, so what's up? Like like he's been working on it for how long and like what's the progress on that?
So, um, I mean, I'm not sure what the most recent progress is, but I mean, he quit his job full time. He quit his full time job to focus on it. So, I'm not sure what the latest progress is necessarily.
Is
I
it
could
is,
call between you and him if you want.
can you I mean I would like to know what about the product because do you think he obviously I gotta see what the product is, but bro, financial obviously like financial apps like they're like, especially if you have AI in there, bro, they're like they sell like hotcakes, you know. So if it's good, and I don't know, I don't really know much about quant trading. So,
I could set. Okay, look, let me know. Okay, I can set up a call between you and him.
what is the product first? I didn't know what it is because if I can't, I don't want to be like I
So,
didn't figure
yeah,
out
so
what
look,
the product is. I have a good understanding of it.
I mean, it's basic. I think it's a trading algorithm. Okay, from what I understand.
Oh,
Like,
he has a robot, trading robot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's essentially like what he built.
I've been meaning to like get into some robotics trading, bro. Like, just another thing I gotta learn. I want to build my own robot to trade, but you gotta like have like knowledge for that, like in order to build like actually good winning algorithm. Does
Yeah,
he?
I think like he did like some mock trading like with like fake money, and I think like pretty much every time like he did it based on like past markets I think.
It's his own
And
algorithm.
say one more time.
It's his own algorithm that he created.
Yeah, yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I'm sure that uncle making money, bro. It doesn't take that long. If you have a good winning algorithm, bro, it's not that easy to. It's not that hard to build. Uh, yeah,
Like I
bro.
said, I could set up a call if you want.
Yeah, let's talk about it, offline. Maybe we could we could if he's completed the if he
I mean,
completed
look,
the or not.
look, the way that you can approach it is like, just set up like an introductory conversation. It's like, I'll let him know. It's like, I have a friend. He's my business partner, and he just,
Oh
he wants
yeah,
to
yeah.
know about like, the business that you're doing and potential collaboration, and you can just kind of do like it's like, hey, what exactly is the product? What's the pain point? What's the market? What's the traction? You can ask him all those questions.
Yeah, I'll ask you because I'm interested in like about the algorithm itself. Like people could easily create those robots, but having a winning algorithm that like makes you money every time, that's where the money is at. But obviously, if he's willing to share that, if he hasn't completed the product, then we're at a good state because I could go have build a robot for him that does that. But I would love to know more about
No,
this algorithm.
bro, I think he's been working on it for like literally like close to 2 decades now.
Oh, so that definitely is out there, right?
So yeah, I mean he's been working on it for like long, long time. Um uh uh so yeah, again he's in a stage of like he's trying to like get people to actually like use the algorithm now and like with
Oh,
like
okay.
real life scenario. I think that's the
Ah,
stage that he's in right
so
now.
he's already okay. He's already passed the technical challenges. It's more about actually getting firms to use the tool.
Yeah, yeah. I think he has more like marketing and sales challenge now than rather than like a product challenge. I mean, again, like I'm kind of looking at it as like, he's already a really good engineer. Since dude has a PhD in computer science, so I would imagine he's a good engineer. Um, and
He has a finance background too, I'm guessing.
say one more time.
He has a finance background as well, right?
No, 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 he doesn't. He was like in the pharmaceutical industry. So he had like
Ah,
he was doing like he was running like the I think the IT research and development department like in the company. He had like a director level role. So
I remember you telling me about this a long time ago.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm surprised without no financial background, he was able to build a winning algorithm.
I
That's
think so bro, like
a partner.
his story behind like why he's building the business is like very inspiring. Like so he has two kids. Like I have two of my cousins, like they have autism, and he was basically thinking about like, hey, how do I make sure like they're set up for success financially like in the future, and his thing was like, yo, I want to build something that's so easy to use, like you feed it money and you press a button and more money pops up on the other end. Like that's literally how he described it to me.
That's amazing. I mean, that's pretty much what an algorithm is, bro. You throw money at it and it trades itself. But
Yeah.
that's amazing. Yo, what's up, bro? If he's about to retire soon, I'm sure he's gonna give you that family secret, bro. Family recipe, bro.
No, I mean, bro, talk to him. I can set up a call between you and him, and then inshallah. Um, uh, Anyways, bro. Yeah, bro, this AI thing, bro. Somebody that I know. He started building uh bro, you remember with Instant Reset, the idea that we had, it was like, it was gonna be a AI therapist. I mean,
Yeah,
essentially people are creating like AI versions of like a whole bunch of different stuff right now. So this guy, he built like an AI receptionist for car dealerships. It's called Pam AI, and mashallah, I saw a LinkedIn post by him the other day, and they're doing really, really well. Like he moved his entire team out to Silicon Valley now, focused on building the product. They've landed like an enterprise deal and so on. So, you remember the idea that I had? I was like, yo, the thing that I had was like, uh, I saw somebody like basically you do like mock cold calls. Uh,
yeah,
I was like, yo, try
yeah.
try to
So
replicate that for like the fundraising space. But anyways, bro,
what happened?
no, no, I'm saying, okay, let's go back to okay, picking the product.
I mean, bro, bro. We don't have to do physical product, bro. AI is that bubble, bro. And I don't think I think it still has a lot of growth in there. I think we could definitely put our foot in there as well. You know, you
I
mentioned
mean,
like
the SaaS space, right? Like, look, it's kind of like the software as a service space, that's kind of like, where I learned all my sales skills from, so like, it's like a huge, like, Salesforce, HubSpot, like all these companies are basically SaaS products,
yeah,
uh,
you said Pam. Is Pam a SaaS product or just an AI chatbot?
no, no, it's a SaaS product. I mean, basically, they're basically selling to car dealerships, so it's like a AI receptionist for car dealerships, you know.
Hmm.
Um, So yeah, I mean, it's basically you gotta first number one is like you gotta make sure your product is good. Like at the end of the day, that's the actual technology that you're gonna be using. The second thing is like, hey, what are the pain points that your customer has, and how do you speak to those pain points, and you position your product as the solution to those pain points. That's basically B2B tech sales. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so
but yeah, obviously, like
in the
SaaS products
pipeline.
are needed because it makes their whole system more efficient. But I feel like there's so many SaaS products out there, and now everybody just putting like an AI shit, AI attachment to it, and that's what's like selling. You mentioned like therapists with instant reset. Does anybody have a AI therapist
Bro,
uh out
there's
there?
literally like 8 dozens of them around.
Yeah, yeah, I figured.
Bro, I don't think, listen, uh, I don't think the goal is to pick a product that's not out there yet. Like, bro,
I go much far. I mean, that's yeah, I
you know what I
understand.
mean? Like,
But like,
you,
if
you
it's
can,
not out there, it's gonna get you. That's what's gonna make you the most money. if there is no solution out there. But obviously, that takes a lot more effort and a lot more thinking of like what kind of problem we want to choose to fix. But yeah, we can whatever is easy, bro. Let's just get it out there because it's not that hard to go to 0 to 1 million. We've done it with some basic products, so I'm sure we could do it again.
I think, bro, like when I think about like our success with Amazon, it was like, I mean, there were like other detailed paintbrush out there, right? I think it's just that I guess like it's not about finding a exactly brand new product, but it's kind of like, hey, find a market, find a niche where there is a lot of demand, but there's not enough supply. Like there might be like, 3 to 4 people like, supplying the market, but there could be like, 8 or 9 others and still
Yeah,
enough left
you
of the
cut a piece of the pie. That was the whole foundation behind like ASM, bro. They got to you just there's a million 99-cent stores in the city. Everybody's out there selling the same crap. It's just who could reach their audience faster and closer and make it more efficient.
yeah.
And Amazon was the tool, and they bring in millions of users every day, and they just see your product, and you talk to them and you sell to them. That's pretty much it. There's nothing wrong with that, but yeah, like it's about like the saturation. But if we could find something interesting to work on, let's do it. Let's make it happen and let's document the whole process.
Yeah, I mean, bro, like my thing was like, when I thought about like, what's like, it's either like it's like a B2C tech product. Like I've been using like, for my one of my goals for 2025 is to get in shape. I've been using like this app to lose like, keep track of my calories, you know. And I was like, like some kind of product like that, normal average people like, everybody got weight loss goals, right? It's like use a product like that, or like honestly, like what we did for like instant reset, like okay, hey, you're trying to focus, like we'll help, like it's a small micro SaaS product, if you will. It's like an entire market for that. It's like a micro SaaS, like bro, just what we built for instant reset could have been like a Chrome extension. It's like you use that like to basically help you focus like whenever you need it. Um, yeah, well, there's this other. Have you ever heard of FocusMate?
I don't think so.
So there's this. I pretty much use it like on a weekly basis, at least like 2, 3 times a week. So it's like you basically join like 25-minute session. It's like virtual co-working. So like somebody else joins on the other end, and essentially in the beginning of the session, both of you guys talk about okay, what you're gonna focus on for that 25 minutes, and then you focus on that thing, and that other person kind of holds you accountable, if you will. So the benefit is like in the beginning, like when you are intentionally picking that, okay, hey, this is the thing that I'm gonna do, and then like the other person kind of hold you accountable for it.
Products they make.
Huh?
The products they make. I'm looking at it right now. This is ridiculous. Featured in every single company, Bloomberg, Ford, Fast Company, Harvard Business.
I
I
could
guess that.
see like bro, like some really, really nice like B2B plays like with that product. Like you could like especially for big companies, it's like your employees can work with each other, like on a B2B, like it's like if it's like a big company, like imagine like FocusMate went to like Meta, or like went to like a Microsoft. It's like hey, every Microsoft employee, they have access to FocusMate, and you know people can have basically like work with different coworkers across the company, and like doing different stuff. Like
Yeah, a lot of tech companies they provide tools like that. They have partnerships with like Headspace and a bunch of other tools, and everybody just gets free membership with those to like for them to
yeah.
utilize and like basically like perform better. But this product itself, like I don't understand why a company like a Meta or Microsoft would use it because you have an office. Just go into the office. There's no employee.
I mean, for remote workers, it's kind of like, like a lot of people who use this product is also like people who are like solopreneurs or like they're remote workers, and they just want to like interact with people. Even that like, 10, 15 seconds, like in the beginning of the session, the small talk, like that's bro, actually, I went to this B2B tech sales workshop, and one of the reasons like, people came to that was like they're all remote workers. They're like, I'm just trying to interact with people. you know,
Yeah,
like,
I remember you said that. Yeah, I mean,
uh,
I guess everybody has a different work style, and I could see some people get benefit from this. Like they need that. I remember you when we were doing our business. You always needed, like either to meet up or like leave your house, go into like a zone. Like for me, bro, I used to wake up, roll out of my bed, and just sit down, and I'm like, oh, it's time to work,
bro, am
bro.
I in my house right now or not?
I'm pretty sure you're not.
I'm not, bro. I definitely can work from the house, bro. Bro, honestly, like that was like a moment, like I just admitted to myself, yo, I can't work in the house. Like it was a challenge inside of my head. I'm like, yo, listen, human beings can achieve anything. You like, just you should be able to work from your house. You just gotta get over it. But I just kind of gave up. I was like, yo, listen, I'm not built for this, bro. I gotta get out.
My guy believes human beings could achieve anything but cannot work out of their own house. The most comfortable place to them is not possible for you to focus at.
I mean, look, I can do some work in the house, but but yeah, I gotta get out of the house, man.
Yo, you were saying earlier, you brushed by it, but you're talking about fitness apps. You said you wanted to create something to help people lose weight.
I mean, bro, it was basically a calorie tracker.
They have so many of that. They'll have like really good ones out as well. What's that like the main one? I used to use it like back in the day. Now I don't care about my calorie count, bro. I just enjoy and just work out. And I haven't worked out in like weeks, but
I think, bro, like the benefit of the calorie tracker is like it's not about like you doing it like for the long term, but it just puts into perspective like the amount of food you eat. Like the first day I did it, I was like, yo, I realized like the amount of food I eat, bro.
what's your calorie intake?
Because
Just before you put it down, what was it?
so it's not that, bro. Like it's like this. Like imagine I had lunch, right? Like let's say I had one plate of food. Like it's very easy for me to like, it's like, yo, listen, I'll eat some more. Like it's not a big deal. But like you don't realize that's like your dinner, bro. Like you're eating with lunch. Or like or like, let's say you're eating dinner, but like, you're like, yo, listen, I just want a little bit more. But like when you actually track your calories, you see like, the amount of food that you actually do. By the way, I don't feel restricted either. Like I've been doing like so I'm doing like a combination of like calorie counting and intermittent fasting. So like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. like I don't eat, you know.
Nice.
So and also like in the morning I don't really eat breakfast. Like unless I'm like in like a coffee shop or something, I'll grab like a bagel. But like it's just like it just puts into perspective like when you like put those barriers in place that okay, hey, listen, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. no food, but like there's no nighttime snacking, it's like water, that's it. And the other thing is like just when I'm eating like lunch and dinner and stuff like that, like I'm kind of just realizing that like how much I'm not doing like you just realize like the amount of food you can intake, you know.
Yeah. How long have you been doing intermittent fasting for?
I mean, intermittent fasting, I've been doing it for like, for a while, I think. Okay, so the thing that I always kind of break is that nighttime, I end up eating like additional
That's the
stuff.
worst, bro. Nighttime eating is the worst, bro.
So it's like, I'll have two meals. Like I usually don't eat breakfast, Like so I'll have like like a 11 a.m. and maybe a 6 p.m., 7 p.m. But then like, come like 9, 10 p.m., like, yeah, let's just go grab something else, from the kitchen.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of where, like you don't realize like the amount of food you're taking in. So but yeah, I mean, it's been going pretty, and it's been honestly, it has been pretty easy. Like I haven't been feeling restricted either, like in terms of like my food or anything like that.
I think intermittent fasting, bro, is like really great for your body. Like, you could eat what you want and like, you'll feel good throughout the day. It's not like you get like certain, like a sugar rush, like I need something ASAP. I mean, sometimes you get weak at late night. That's why you cannot be in front of food, near food at late night. But it's really good. Like once you like train your body becomes adapted to it. I've been doing it intermittent fasting for a while now. I think
How do you
a couple of
approach
years.
fitness right now, bro? Are you like trying to go to the gym? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain weight?
Before I started working, I was actually like going really hard, bro. I don't know why. I got this motivation to like I wanted to become huge, and I was like lifting pretty heavy. Oh, I was benching. Uh, I got up to like 260, benching like 260, 280 around there.
That's
Uh,
like
and, and then
160.
that's
That's like
245s and then like another 25 on top, yeah, each.
okay,
So
okay, okay.
and then like for squatting, I've always done like like 3 plates max. And I was doing it like like I really felt like I was getting stronger, and and then after work started, I kind of like I don't really have much time to like go to the gym as often, and I feel so bad because like my all that hard work, bro, like I've lost all the strength. Like I was trying to like the other day I went like a couple of weeks ago I went to the gym and I was trying to like lift heavy. Like I couldn't even squat. Like my knees were shaking. And then at one point I had to use I did like such a bad form. Like I had to use like push up with my back and everything. Next day my back was hurting. But I want to like I'm trying to like figure out like a schedule. I think I got to figure out how to like squeeze out some time for fitness because that's a must. I
So
actually
how long were your gym workouts?
I usually I put my time like 45 minutes. I mean within 1 hour I got to be out. I can't stay there more longer than 1 hour. To 1 hour max. And
So so like so first of all, bro, I think like whenever you go back to the gym, you gotta like kind of like ease back into it. Like for the first like 2 weeks, like don't go heavy.
yeah,
Like
I mean, I haven't worked out in the last three. I usually try to go in like I try to do twice a week. But I haven't been able to go for the last 2 3 weeks. I've been traveling and then I've been sick. So I couldn't really go. But yeah, like I'm always like I try not to like miss gym for a month. I try to at least go in there and
so
lift.
what I'm trying to figure out right now, this is a thought that just came to my mind yesterday. I'm trying to go to gym literally like 7 days a week.
Impossible for me, bro. I
But
would, I don't know, I don't know how back in the day, bro, like how I had the energy to work like 11 hours a day and then go to gym and then come home. I don't know how. Remember when I used to go to the UFC gym and stuff? It seems impossible to me. I don't know how I did that, bro.
man, no, bro.
Yeah. 7 days a week, that's crazy. You have time for that? You have time to go to the gym for 7 days a week. You don't have time to create a business. Let's go with you, man.
I mean, bro, the thing is, okay, when I'm going for like 20 minutes. It's
20
literally,
minutes.
bro, it's a 20-minute
Why go to the gym
workout.
at home?
No, no, no. But it's like, look, as soon as I get in, okay. So the thing that I'm kind of realizing though is like when I started to lift heavy, like this week, and like when you lift heavy, like you need more time because like you got to recover in between the sets. In
Mhm.
the beginning, like I was just kind of like going to like warm myself, my body up. Like I wasn't really going heavy, but like I started like lifting heavy. I'm like, yo, I need more time in between like sets. But
Yeah,
but look, what I'm trying to do is this, okay? Because look, the feeling of like going to the gym, coming home, taking a shower, and like going to sleep is like the best feeling. So I like going to the gym in that sense. But it's like, again, like if I go like for 45 minutes, 1 hour every single day, it's not gonna be possible for me. Like, I gotta cut it down. So the thing that came to my mind is like, yo, every time I go to the gym, pick 6 workouts. Pick six, maybe it's like, 3 workouts per body part. Like those are the 6 workouts you do in the 20 minutes.
how do you even do that
So,
in 20 minutes?
so it's six workouts, 3 sets each. So it's like 18 sets total.
Non-stop?
So my idea was like, yo, do 18 sets in 30 minutes. It wasn't 20 minutes, it was 30 minutes, you know?
Yeah. That's what I mean. I do full body workouts. I mean, I do upper body and then I do lower body workouts. That's how I split my days when I do go to the gym. How much do you weigh right now? I'm curious.
So bro, at one point I was like
Yo, bro, just say the number, bro. Just say the number.
at one point I was like 250, bro. But right now, bro, so look, when I started this weight loss thing, like I think I was at 240. I just weighed myself today. I was like 234. So I feel like something is
Um,
working.
yeah, bro. I'm trying to get to 250. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You
I'm
try to go to 250?
Yeah, I'm at I know I was at 220, but I haven't been working out, so I think I lost a lot of weight because I haven't been working out. But no, I wanted to get to two, but I was trying to actually like, but I don't know why. For the most part of my life, bro, I always saw myself like I want to cut down, I want to be a slim and everything. And then I realized one day, bro, I'm skinny as F. Like I need to like put some mass on. So that's when I like started like lifting like heavy and crazy. And I know I was heavy, like 220. I was walking around, and I was liking it. Like I'm like, yo, bro, I look much more thicker and like much more healthier. And I want to get it to 250 because I want to become much more bigger. But I think it's gonna be very hard for me to get up there, especially not just put on weight like fat, bro. I'm talking about muscle weight. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but it does take a lot of effort. I don't know if it's
Hey,
gonna
bro,
be.
I met a guy. I met a guy at the gym. This guy's like, I think he's 200 pounds right now. And he was like, so I actually asked him because he was like my height. So I asked him, I was like, yo, bro, like I forgot what I asked him. Like I was just kind of asking him like, some tips, like, hey, like, so apparently, so this guy, he was like 240 or something. I'm sorry, 140. And he basically built up the muscle to get to like 200 pounds. So for him, like some people have a struggle. Bro, my struggle is losing weight. Your struggle is gaining weight. It's the
There's
opposite.
no struggle. There's no struggle, bro. I can gain weight easily, but the muscle weight on it takes a lot of time. It takes
Yeah,
a
because
lot.
yeah.
Also, you remember that 96 hour, 70, 72 hour water fast thing?
Yeah, you did it one time, right?
One time, bro. When I started doing it, I was doing it every month, once a month. I did it for like 8 months straight, and then
Oh, I didn't know you're doing it every month.
I was doing it once a month. Yo, I think it's so good. It's so great for your body. It's like when you do it rightly, when you do it correctly, your body releases testosterones, actual steroids for your body to grow properly, like muscles. I think it's called like atapaji or something like that. I just butchered that word, but it happens when you fast for like 72 hours. From
Oh
like
yeah, yeah. It's like eats away and you're like dead cells or something, right?
that,
Your
yeah,
body.
it prevents like cancer and stuff. But then there's also like a stage where like your body releases like hormones, like it's called human growth hormones, and it helps your body grow. It's like your muscles grow. But you have to do it at the right time because if you do it too much, your muscle starts depleting, and then it kind of like it goes negatively. So I was doing it for like 6, 8 months, and then I went to travel like out of the country and stuff for like 2 months, and then after that, I haven't been able to like really do it consistently. I did it like a couple of days ago, 3, 4 days ago, while I was sick, and well, that's like the only way I get to stay like slim. Otherwise, I'd be getting fat as I would have been like really fat. But I would have had that dad bod. I see my boy right here, like had the dad bod. Come on, pop that stomach out, bro.
No, I just stood up, bro. I was sitting down for too long. I got like,
Yeah,
this standing
yeah. We,
chair.
we should start wrapping this up though. It's been like a minute. I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah, yeah. Let's finish up. Okay, bro. Look, we talked about like, finishing this with like, some decisions made. Um, so bro, are we good for like I guess we've been going on for like what almost more than an hour, right? How are you feeling about this, bro? 10 episodes. Can you do it?
We can do it, but I want to make it productive. We can't just chat here for like 2 hours and get nothing out of it. We talked about the business ideas a little bit, and I think like the least effort would be like probably doing like some sort of drop shipping, some sort of e-commerce. Um, we do have to figure
So
out the product.
I think. Look, the thought that comes to my mind like right away is like, yo, this is gonna take a long time. We're not gonna get sales. This is gonna like also like I'm thinking about like how to leverage guests. Like, let's talk about that a little bit. Like because one of the main strategy in my mind is like, yo, you bring the right guests, and you have like good enough conversations. The podcast grows, the business grows. Like that's the thought process in my mind. So it's almost like, the podcast becomes the vehicle, the marketing vehicle for the business growth.
Okay, so going back to the agency stuff, talking about real estate leads and distress leads, we could utilize this platform to bring on real estate brokers to talk about their pain points, their problems, and figure out how we can generate leads for them. And I think we already have a client that we could bring in ASAP. What's his name? I forgot his name. The guy with the Maserati. Uh,
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Fahad?
Fahad, right? Or something like that. Yeah. We
Yeah,
could,
yeah, he's in like, I mean, he does like real estate development now. Like he basically like
yeah.
builds multi-unit properties, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, so he could utilize our service as well because those are the people we want to target. People who do like real estate development, buy distressed real estate, to fix it up and sell it, or either break it down and build something new. So honestly, that's my preferred option. I would like to do the agency because I think that's like the least amount of effort that we'll have to put in to get up and get it started. We'll
So,
get
so
rid
let me repeat what you
of
said.
that.
Let's repeat the idea. Okay, so the idea was, there are real estate brokers who are looking to buy distressed properties. There are individuals looking to sell their properties. like they're about to do foreclosure, the bank is about to see whatever, like they're trying to sell their property. So it's basically it's kind of running ads for the real estate brokers for them to get good deals on properties they can buy. That's the idea, right? And like we'd be charging them, let's say, okay, hey, listen, we're gonna get you 5 leads per month. You have an ad budget of 1,000, you pay us 1,000 a month. Like that's the business.
Exactly. Just like a marketing agency, we'll
Right,
generate
right.
leads. We'll generate you leads, and our clientele will be real estate brokers who are looking to buy distressed real estate leads. We'll get them the leads. The closing part comes from them. Obviously, but they want that's what they want. I've worked in real estate offices in the past, and what they want is to talk to people all the time. This works well for us because it's going to be like a revolving door. Every month, they're going to want more and more people. The more people they get to talk to, the more people they get to sell to. I mean, close the deal with, and then make money out of.
So those businesses, how are they getting leads right now?
So I've actually worked with somebody who does this stuff right now. So when a distressed real estate is basically a homeowner who hasn't been able to pay their mortgage. I think once you miss like two mortgages, you become delinquent. And I think the county office, like this is public record. Public records has like a record of you not being able to like pay your liens. So for a lot of them, it's like, yo, let's reach. Everybody goes to the county office. They have online access as well, and they request those records of who's delinquent, and then they figure out how can we like talk to these people. They have like options of doing postcards, where you get postcards in the mail. Hey, are you looking to sell? We're gonna buy it cash. The main thing is like selling point is like, yo, we'll buy it cash from you. So it's ASAP, much faster closing, and much faster help the homeowner move on. So that's how they like try to get the most targeted leads. Other ones just like sending freaking flyers to everybody. So whichever zip code, whichever area they want to target, they just send flyers to everybody. They don't have to be distressed real estate. They just homeowners who are looking to sell, and if they get lucky, they make money out of it. But we'll have much more targeted leads for them. Like we'll know who to target using social media and digital marketing to reach the right people, so they can and then we could book a call, make sure like they book a book call with the real estate agent or the broker I meant, and from there on that our job is done. So we have the tools like a SaaS tool that we can utilize, white label pretty much, and sell
So
that service.
where would you so like I mean like any business like the first thing that I would do is probably like yo I would look at competitors like okay, who are the other people that are doing it, like okay, hey, we get if you're a real estate broker, we're gonna get you leads. Just kind of like go through their process to see how they set up their business and just kind of like try to duplicate it. And like learn from that.
Yeah,
Like model.
that's definitely good. Great to learn from our competitors.
That's the first thing. The other thing is like just like make like I mean I would imagine like these real estate brokers, they probably have like Google listings, right? Like okay, hey, these are the people. Like then I can just like cold call them. Like yo, listen, uh, uh, you know,
When
hey,
you say
listen,
a Google listing, who are you referring to? The
the real
brokers?
estate brokers.
They
Yeah,
have their own Google listing of their office. You mean, right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Just without pulling up, let me show you something.
Share your
Yeah,
screen real quick.
yeah, let me show you something. I gotta find a document. I've actually worked on this. I've worked on this like this. I've scraped the entire internet, not in the entire internet, mainly New York City, Queens, Brooklyn, Long Island, and all the real estate offices. I have their phone numbers. I have
You
their.
like somebody to Fiverr to do it?
No, I figured out how to do it myself. Give me a second. I don't remember where I put the sheet at. Give me one second. Da, 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 da. Mm. Okay, I'm going to show you something similar. I got to find that sheet, but let me just share my screen to show you this specifically. Mm. Mm. Okay, what are you seeing? I can't, are you see, okay, I can see it. Okay. So okay, so this is for like one of my studios listings. I mean like this, like one of my documents for my studio stuff. But I have something very similar for real estate agents, brokers as well, where we have the name of this real estate broker, we have the address, the city, the phone numbers, so we can manually reach out to them. Some of them have their emails, but we have their social media, how much reviews they have on Google, a lot of stuff like this. Something very similar to this that we'll utilize to target our clientele, which will be the real estate brokers. And I had it for a few different cities, but I can regenerate.
Can you do like, bro, can you do a Google search for like real estate brokers on Google Maps? Just want to see
Yeah,
what.
this is where I generated the this is where I generated the that list from.
Yeah, for
Oh,
the studios. So
oh,
do
can
like,
you not
okay,
see
real
my
estate
screen?
brokers near me.
Okay, so this is it right here. So let's do Pennsylvania.
New Jersey.
I could do New York. This is my other account, so I think want to open up my personal one because the all the map is marked up. This is not enough. Let's do say brokerages. So this is just a small section, but there's much more than this. It should be everywhere, like everywhere you go.
So pick like a potential customer. Okay. So
Okay,
like,
I'll pull up somebody that I've actually worked with in the past. So they actually grew. They grew to a bunch. I want to reach out to the person because I've actually done marketing for him in the past. But so he has a bunch of offices now, even in Miami. I saw, like you see, like they have like this is one office, but he has a bunch of like
go on
co-offices.
their website. Go on their website. So I just want to see, okay, how they market themselves. Like, what's the
Uh,
product that they're.
Let me show you, bro. This guy needs to upgrade his website so bad. But let me show favorite.com. So I think he did update his website, but it's still not that great. This is something I guess uh, you know, he kind of got done through some, low level. These are like, small business owners. So they don't have the best websites. They don't have the best like social media presence. He's pretty active on Instagram, but it's just like very salesy and, just, wow, this is taking forever. So this could be his site that's really slow, but that's just another reason why he should be using us. Because, if customers are waiting this long to go to your website, they're gonna turn away. Maybe because I'm sharing my screen, it's super slow. Let me unshare and then keep it loads up. See, but that's another reason why they need our service. If your website is this slow, people are not gonna go to your website to submit their email.
Yeah, I don't think it's only your thing. It's taking forever to load on my end.
Yeah, so that's definitely a no-no. They need to update their website ASAP. Uh, but
Okay,
this
so
week, I want to reach out.
they're looking at it as like, hey, we're gonna sell your home. I think
So
that's the.
that's see, yeah, because they want to. So real estate agents they buy and sell homes. Like they help buyers buy and then sellers sell. But a lot of people they want contracts with salespeople. I mean, people who want to sell their house, so they can like get contracts so they could sell that and then like make the profit out of it. Because when you sell a real estate or buy a real estate, you have to sign up with one agent. That's the whole idea. Like there's like some it's pretty regulated. Whoever like speaks to shows the house to the person that wants to buy the house first, they're supposed to get the commission because we have a contract, a verbal contract. Some people don't like to sign the contract, but there is a contract that you got to agree with. Um, so that's one thing. They help them. Those are regular like just real estate buying and selling. But what we want to help them get is distressed real estate. So that's when they go, that's when they make the more money because they buy it at a discount. The house needs to be sold ASAP because the homeowner
So,
is
bro, look, how
is
about this?
delinquent.
Look, I'm looking at it like this, okay? I think we just gotta pick something, okay, and like, go with it. So fine, let's go with the distressed, um, uh, is it distressed sellers, right? So,
Distressed sellers is correct. The term is correct.
okay, so okay, hey, listen, we're gonna get leads for real estate brokers. I think that the thing that comes to my mind is like, um, make a list of real estate brokers, and I would just start cold calling them essentially.
I'll give you that list today. I have the list already. I
Uh,
never gave up on you. I know you said you're not interested, bro. I never gave up on you.
So, Um,
Yeah, I'll send you that offline, but I'll get you a list, and we could target. I think the first person we should target is Fabe Realty because I know the owner. I just haven't. I don't know his number. I can't get his number. And he's a very cool guy. I think he's very like professional, young professional, and
what's his name?
Reese Kenshin.
Reese?
Yeah,
Oh, you call him up, it's like, "Hey, hello, I can talk to Reese, please. This is MD." That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. I should do that.
Let
I
the
tried
receptionist,
reaching out to
let the
him on like
receptionist, transfer you. That's it.
yeah. I tried to do a few things, but I'll reach out to him, I guess, since I have a relationship with him. I do have to like start the conversation because our last partnership didn't go too well. I did get generate leads for him, but that was like I think like not the best of leads. I think now we can do much better with everything that
I
we'll
mean,
learn
dude, he's
here.
one person. Okay. I mean, I'm looking at it as like, hey, listen, let's have a pipeline of
Exactly. Yeah.
200. Some of them are gonna be like, okay, let's say Reese is like one person in that 200, which might be a warm lead because you had some kind of
Yeah.
relationship past, so and then yeah, just try to generate from there. So bro, that's the first part. The second thing that in my mind is like, dude, um can we, what you gonna call it? So okay, two questions in my mind. Okay, some way to incorporate some kind of e-commerce product, through this still like some kind of drop shipping model. That's number one. The second thing in my mind is like, okay, what do you want like the meetings like that we have on a weekly basis, this podcast to focus on? Like, do you want to do like working meetings during the podcast, or like you want to do like uh kind of discussing like, hey, what do we learn? What do we talk about? Like, do you want to just make them like business working meetings?
No, I think it'd be better if we just like give updates. In the tech world, we call it stand-ups, where we just basically give updates of what we worked on last week and what we're going to work on this week, and any blockings or any problems that we're dealing with. Um, I think like those stuff we'll do. Like just working meetings, we can do a little bit of it if we're going to do like a 24-hour work streak. If we're going to do like that, we'll do it. But I think like just for now, we'll just give updates and like just
Okay, so
chat.
you want to make this like the weekly meeting where we connect to like give updates slash do maybe a little bit of working meeting. Like you want to basically have that as the episode.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see how it goes. Let's. This is the first episode. I'll give you the list. I actually found it right now. I'm gonna send that to you. And then from there we can you know we'll figure out like look through the sheet and offline I'll talk to you about like some other toolings that we're gonna be using and then we'll go from there. So
Okay.
this is all like this. So we have like I have 140 over here, but I have much more that I'll share with you afterwards. And we could always
But
generate
how long
more.
does it take for you to do this? Can you do like a list for me for Oak Tree? I just want to see how it pops up.
Yeah, I can do it within a few seconds.
Do it
All
for
right.
me in Dallas. That okay? Hey, every masjid in Dallas, masjids in Dallas, and just give me the list. I want to see how it pops up. Also, I want to see like the quality of the phone numbers that you get. I'm
Yeah,
assuming the phone numbers are like basically what they find on Google, like
yeah.
Google Maps.
Does it come from the Google listings?
What about like does it take it from the website by any chance?
No, it's not that advanced. It's just scraping Google Maps, pretty much.
Okay, okay.
What do you want me to search exactly for
Do
Dallas?
do masjids in Dallas.
You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna show you. This is company secrets, but we'll just show you how it is. So this is the whole podcast was supposed to be about. Okay, let's just do it. Am I sharing my screen? No, right? Okay. So we're gonna do. What do you want me to target? You said
Oh,
must.
do masjids in Dallas.
All right. So there's much more. Usually, like Google Maps takes time to update, but let's.
Do a
This is a tool. It's a plugin
like it's a plugin or it's like a
extension.
Chrome extension?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure my membership expired. I don't know why I still have access. But sucks to be them. Let's just use it. Okay, so we start extracting. So God. Okay, free. Okay, at least I can extract 10 only. So I just extracted 10, and the job is done already.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, bring up the list. Open up
Uh,
the list. And see, like, how it.
I just opened up on my coding tool, but let's open up. Let's open up here. Imports, loads. So we got all this 10 marks right here.
Let me see.
This one's I just got like whatever the list just comes over here, we'll pull up over here. So we got, Masjid al Islam. This was the first one. And then we got their address, we got their phone number. Usually some listings have more than one phone number, and in that case, you'll get oh look, oh yeah, so you got multiple phone numbers right here. Well, it's the same
Yeah,
one. And then yeah, if it's the page is claimed or not, how many reviews they got, average rating, the latitude, longitude, opening hours, the websites,
yeah,
uh,
yeah. I got you.
and then they, I didn't. Oh yeah. So usually like the paid version, they include emails and they give you like other filters as well that you could click on what kind of stuff you want. So where's the settings at? So over here, you could select like what kind of stuff you want, and it'll select everything. But in order to get
Got it, got it, got it.
the
I got
email
you.
and social medias, they come from the pro feature. It's not
What's it
a
called? Gmaps extractor?
yeah, it's called something extractor, Gmaps extractor.
Okay, I got you.
It's not on the Chrome, extension store. I think you got to download it from the site, and then you just add it as a custom extension. But it's super easy to use. And
Got it, got
yeah, and then you just move around. The more you move around, the more things that pop up markers. You just adds to that number.
it. Got it. Okay. All right. All right, bro. Okay. Okay, let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. Okay. What's the takeaways and action items?
Less
I mean, in my mind, okay, I would do like a similar process, like, for the contractors. Like, did you see that doctor that I worked on for the contractors?
problem with the contract. I mean, yeah, I think I did, but the problem with the contractor is like the real problem of them pausing the ads after they get success.
I was just referring to, like, like the thing that I did is essentially like try to understand the market.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
kind of like do some market research.
yeah. I think you do
I
great.
would I would
Yeah,
basically do some market research to really understand, like, okay, hey, listen, what exactly is going on and happening, and that's number one. Number two is like, I think, hey, what exactly is the product or service? So I think there's few things to understand. Number one, you want to understand your audience really, really well. Like, for them, like, I have like some questions that I go through, like answer, like an avatar ICP profile, if you will. So I want to go through, like, that questionnaire to understand really the real estate brokers, and also understand, like, the distressed sellers, right? That's number one. Number two, like, for example, like what you mentioned, like, even hey, the county gets, like, the record of, like, who those people are. Like, I want to understand, like, the entire process. That's number one. Number two is like, hey, what are the key problems? Or, like, hey, when I'm doing like a cold call, like, what are the like, basically, what is the problem statement, that I'm asking them in order to, like, hook them. So I got to do a little bit of research on that. And that's really, like, around like their problems. And then yeah, like, based on that, you build out the script. You know?
yeah. I don't know if we should. I know how we're
Do
gonna.
you want to build a website for this, like some kind of simple website, or like it's not needed?
So we are gonna utilize a SaaS tool for this. I'm not sure if I
Okay,
should.
what is the product? Okay, so is it like, okay, hey, I think, like, we tell them that, okay, hey, we'll give you the first, 2 months for free, okay, of our service,
A
but you
month.
gotta put up the ads
Yeah.
fund. Give us the ad budget of a
We,
thousand
we,
dollars.
we could talk about the script exactly. I think the best thing to do for you is just like try to understand the market right now, do some research, and see if any cons for that. But once we do get to that point where we're like, okay, we're going to target these customers, we'll get them on the line, and we tell them, for the first month, they don't have to pay us anything. Okay, we'll do it for free. We'll run up the the marketing campaigns. We'll run up the ads, but you do have to have an ad spend budget. The ad spend budget, they do have to pay for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then from there we'll go on. And then what we'll be doing is like a very like whole.
Is 2 months enough for you to get results?
1 month is more than enough for us to give them results.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, that's number one. The other thing that comes in my mind, okay, look, in terms of the sales calls. So look, I'm looking at it as number one, you gotta get somebody to come on a call. And then ideally, like, in that one call, you give them like the package, you know? Do you want me to take those by myself or you want to be part of those as well?
You could take them yourself, bro. I trust you. You'll be able to close that. Like, I'll tell you like the exact process. We can get to the technical part of what exactly that package will entail. I want you to look into something called High Level. It's a CMS. It's a CRM tool, right? And it does a lot of the stuff that we'll be helping the clients do. It handles like everything from booking, from like the digital presence, making sure, and it also comes with some chatbot. So, for example, right, when we help the client, like book when we generate a lead for them, we're gonna help them. We're not just gonna say, okay, here's his email and phone number. You call them when you want. No, we're gonna help the client. We're gonna help them make sure those clients that the leads we give them, they schedule that call in their calendar. And for example, if we're gonna give phone numbers for them to call the agent right away, right? For whatever reason, if that agent doesn't pick up, we'll have like AI tools to basically reach out to that person that called, that lead that called, and hey, this is Reese. What can I help you with? Or we can give them like we'll go get them engaging right away. Like, hey, are you looking to buy or sell? We'll initiate that conversation. We'll make sure we try to get them to book a call on their calendar. Obviously some leads will be directly like just contact them right away, or like like go through a funnel and like somehow get to the real estate agent's phone. But most of them will try to help them. We'll make them book a call. So like it can be a little bit more like target. We can like structure it a little bit more. And then other tools will give like like AI chatbots. It's like so many things that come with this tool that I just mentioned, High Level, the CRM tool. And we'll utilize all that service to basically like to build their digital brand. So like some of the tools they give is like being able to post their listing, their services on like every single like listing pages online, whether that's Yelp, Yellow Pages, White Pages, bunch of other things, like making sure they have a digital presence in every single section. Will help them generate reviews. When they talk to a client, when they sell make a deal happen, we'll do that like follow up for make sure they get reviews.
There's two sides of this, right? Look, I'm talking about just our business. Like there's the sales and the marketing side, then there's like the fulfillment side. Okay,
Yeah.
like you bring somebody in, somebody agrees that okay, hey, they're gonna pay us $1,000 a month, okay, and so on. Or like hey, first 1 month, first 2 months is free. They agree to like put up an ad budget of like $1,000, and hey, these are the services that we're gonna do for you, right? So
Main,
my understanding
most,
is you're kind of doing the fulfillment part of it. I'm doing the sales part of it.
exactly. So here's the thing. Our main thing that's gonna like they're gonna want is the leads itself. But our package, when you buy a package, you get like a bunch of other benefits. Is going to include all the other stuff like reviews, follow up. We'll make sure you get leads on your reviews on your Google, your Trustpilot, whatever. These things we're not going to have to put that much effort into it because the tool that I mentioned, the CRM tool, it automizes this entire process for us, so we can upsell it. So they do a lot of the stuff. And, they give us like white labeling privileges where we can take their services and sell it to them. Also like text follow up. We'll get them into like like a drip campaigns. When somebody like submits their email and phone number, but they never got on the call, we'll set up this campaign. I'll do that part. We'll set up a campaign for them to make sure like work those cold leads, make them warm again. and all these stuff will like we'll utilize that CRM for. And then that's just extra stuff that we sell to the client. Main thing is the lead itself, but we'll work. This is the stuff that's gonna make them want to stay longer because we're gonna be giving them the entire digital marketing experience.
Gotcha. So okay, you're looking at it as like, it's like a full service digital marketing agency for like, real estate brokers. Okay. Like, okay, hey, everything that they need, okay, what they might be missing. I mean, it's really like you're doing consulting, bro. You're doing like
I
you're
don't want
you're
you to
looking
say
at like, okay, hey,
consulting.
listen, look, hey, listen, this is what a modern 2025 I'm sorry, this is what a modern 2025 real estate brokerage firm should be doing in order to maximize, working with distressed sellers, like, getting distressed sellers to, like, getting leads and like getting the best
Yeah,
deal.
but it
Like,
sounds like a lot more work and effort than it is. We like main work for us will be to generate the leads. Everything else is an add-on that our CRM tool will provide for us. We do have to do a little bit of setup, but everything it helps us close more leads and really build that presence. Um, Check it out again. It's called High Level, right? And
okay,
we'll utilize that tool to really like build a package where people well the real estate agents they don't feel like oh we're ripping them off paying for them paying us $1,000 or something a month. We'll upgrade and we'll have different packages $1,000, 2,000, 5,000, different ad budgets, target on social like Facebook, then other ones with the YouTubes and all the other stuff. We'll work on those, but our main goal is to just sell that $1,000 package, and with that we'll include some of the services that our CRM provides. That CRM that I mentioned, high level CRM, it's basically like a white labeling CRM tool. It provides everything like a SaaS does. So it's like allowing us to have our own SaaS product just for them, and we'll market that like we'll sell that package to them. But check it out, and you'll understand it. It's not that hard to like they did a good job selling the product. Um,
okay. So let me summarize, bro, and then we can wrap up. Okay. We are forming a digital marketing agency for real estate brokers for them to get leads of distressed sellers. And our podcast every week on Sunday at 2 p.m. is us documenting the process of building that business. That can be, okay, hey, updates from, things that we worked on for the week, providing updates about it, things that we need to discuss and talk through. We talk through it, and we make plans for, okay, hey, what else we need to work on, okay, for the upcoming week.
yeah,
Right? Does that summarize it?
yeah, that summarizes it. Let's take it one every week at a time, a week at a time. But I think like for the next steps would probably be like like you just do a little bit of market research. I'll give you the list of I think I'll generate a new list or maybe try to find the list that contains all the real estate brokerages in New York, and then we'll talk more in details about the CRM tool because
Look, let's do this, bro. Look, let's do another meeting for next week, Sunday. Our next meeting, okay, let's go through like, okay, hey, understanding the market. Let's make the list like, okay, hey, this is the basically. So understanding the market is one thing. I think another thing is like, okay, hey, understanding our product. Like, okay, what are the things that we do? What are the things that we don't do? Okay, let's create clarity in those two things, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
all right, sounds good.
Okay. And definitely, I think like the list of potential customers, like, let's make a list of that. I think you already have the list. It's just kind of like, okay, like let's start calling people up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna send you some links after we hang up and we end the call, and then just look into that.
Okay. All right. Before we go, bro, like, what's your takeaways for this for this
Yeah,
call?
I mean, bro, I kind of like that we don't have a structure. We're just going at it like I think that's how most of our conversations go anyway. So it was no stress at all. And I think like just being organic like this, will get us, we'll get very far, if we keep it up like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's just stick to this, and then like we continue next week, bro.
All right, sounds good, man. All right, you want to do an outro, bro?
Outro. If you're
Mm,
listening to this,
hold on, hold on. Knowledge. And that's it, bro. End the show right there.
All
Now
right,
go
okay.
ahead. Say what you about to say, bro.
No, no, whatchamacallit? I was gonna say, if you're listening to this, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
All right, peace out.
How do you end it? You ended it or